This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2023 Autumn Ridge, model number 26 BHS. We're just going to go over some of the features. Okay, so we have regular crank down stabilizer jacks. Takes a 3/4 inch crank or a socket, 3/4 inch socket. This is just a storage drawer and storage here. You have a outside refrigerator here. Okay, this is a spray port. You do get a coiled sprayer with it. I'll point that out to you when I get to it. Power awning with LED strip. You got outside speakers. This is the vent for the range hood. If you're venting to the outside, make sure you push up on those two tabs so the baffle inside flaps freely. And when you're not venting, when you're in storage or traveling, you can just snap it shut. All right. You got some outside power here. This is the most common way to get water to the trailer is the city water hookup, which is on the other side. This particular one here, this will you can fill your fresh water tank from here, and then use the onboard pump to pump the water. So if you don't have city water where you're camping, whether you're boondocking or for whatever reason, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here, and then use the onboard pump to pump the water. I'll show you where the switch is once we get inside. Okay. Alrighty. This is your hitch here. It's a Husky centerline hitch. Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. We'll show you how this operates when you pick up. You have your coil sprayer here. Of course, there's your 3/4 inch crank, plus you get a drill attachment right there too. Either one will work. Okay. Now, if you have a power tongue jack, if this power tongue jack happens to fail for any reason, you can pull this rubber plug out and use the 1/4 inch drill attachment or crank to crank this up and down manually. So you can always get hitched and unhitched no matter what. You have two LP tanks which are full. Deep cycle marine battery right here. Okay. Coming around to here. Excuse me. This is your dump hose right here. That small electrical connector. That's to reduce the size of your 30 amp plug down to 20, so you can plug it in at home if you need to. This, of course, is your shore cord, 30 amp and 30 feet long. Okay. You do have a slide topper on your slide room. Alrighty. This is where your shore cord plugs into. You have your valves down here for your black and gray tank. Black is toilet water and waste. Gray is sink and shower water, of course. This is your docking station here, where all your water is taken care of here. So, I showed you can fill your fresh water tank on the other side by taking that cap off and doing it that way. Also, you can do it over here. So you can see this drawing here when this blue lever valve is horizontal, it'll fill the tank, and when it's vertical, it's for city water. So to use city water, you're just going to hook your hose right on here, right, and then you're going to just turn it on, and the whole trailer's pressurized. Now, if you wanted to if you're already hooked up to here and you want to fill your fresh water tank without going to the other side, you could just flip positions and it'll fill it. So keep that in mind. Two different ways to do that. This is another place for your sprayer to hook up, right? This is cable and satellite through, right here, that coax. And this is your black tank flush. So after you've dumped your black tank and you leave the black tank valve in the open position, you have to leave it in the open position, then you can hook up your water here from at the dump station, turn it on, it'll spray out your black tank, it'll clean off the sensors, just do a good job of cleaning it out. And like I said, one of the main benefits, obviously, in just cleaning it, it also sprays off your sensors, so you can get a good, accurate reading when it comes to your levels. So, okay, that all happens right here. Okay, and we'll go with the water heater first. This is your water heater. Okay, so there'll be switches for this inside also. Right now you can see it's empty. That's because it's winterized. Okay, you can run this on electricity, where there's a heating element behind here, or you can run the gas burner for faster recovery. Those switches are inside. I'll show them to you when we get there. This is your drain plug / anode rod right here. Takes an 1/16" 6-point socket. It goes right in there, and that's where you're going to screw it into. Just remember, it's winterized right now. The trailer's winterized, so the water heater tank is empty and the water heater is bypassed. The bypass valves are on the back of the water heater. Okay. Never run the water heater on gas or electric unless the water heater tank is full. So never run it dry without water in it. Just keep that in mind. So when springtime comes along and you're going to get ready for camping and you de-winterize it, make sure you put water into the tank before you turn it on. That's important, obviously. Okay. Okay, also, this housing tells us it's pre-wired for a backup camera. So you can get a Furrion camera that fits in there. This means the bracket is pre-installed. If you wanted to get a Lippert telescoping ladder, if you want, it's set up for that. Okay, that's an add-on. And while we're looking up, keep in mind that the manufacturer states you should inspect the roof every 60 days or so. So you want to make sure there's no cracking or separation at the sealant, any place for water to get in, of course. You want to make sure that there's no damage to the roofing materials or to the roofing material or to the roofing attachments, I'm sorry. That could be caused by low branches or road debris flying up there, things like that. So make sure you give it a good inspection, because that's part of general maintenance on your trailer. You have to inspect your roof, so keep that in mind. Generally speaking, people don't inspect their roof enough, so you want to make sure you keep after it. All right, so your power awning is in and out right here. Let's see here. Let me just look out here for a second. Okay. So you have light on it, of course. You can send it out like so. Back in. Never leave it out unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, roll it in so it doesn't get damaged. This is the switch for your slide room, in and out. Okay, this is your water levels. So to turn your water pump on right here, remember I told you could use this to pump water out of the fresh water tank. You also use that water pump to winterize the trailer, so keep that in mind. To light your water heater on gas, like that one, and there's the fault light up there. To turn on the electrical heating element right there. Never run it without water in the tank. Your battery's charged, fresh water's empty, black and gray are all empty. They graduate up in 1/3 increments, so keep that in mind. Let's see, moving on a bit. These are your keys right here. Right there. These are just some stuff that hasn't been dumped out of it yet. Or not dumped out, but okay. Alrighty, so your microwave works like any other microwave. This is the range hood, and this is the fan and a light, of course. Remember I told you about opening the baffle on the vent outside. If you're going to be venting to the outside, you always want that baffle open and flapping freely. I don't know if he's got the gas on, so we'll just sort of... Oh yeah, I can hear it. There we go. So it's very simple. 3 burners and 3 knobs. This is the sparker. You use it by turning it clockwise. And this is the oven here. There's also a light and an oven light. All right. Now, down here for the oven, all the way to the back is a pilot light. So maybe we can see it if I spark it. I don't know if we can or not, but the main thing is you're going to go to the picture of the pilot light, depress it, Then you're going to light it. Once it lights, you still hold this in for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. Then you're going to go to whatever operating temperature you want. When you shut it off, the flame goes out obviously, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Always travel with this in a closed position. Okay. Alrighty. This down here, this is your power converter. So this converts AC to DC power. It'll automatically detect what kind of battery you have, right? And it all automatically senses how much energy is in your battery. So basically, to start off with, you have excuse me, you have your circuit breakers right here. These are 110 AC circuit breakers like you'd have at home, and they're all labeled right here. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side. So you got 12 volt fuses here, and they're all labeled, right? Also, this will sense how much energy your battery has, the battery up front I'm talking about, on the tongue. It'll sense if it's how much energy is in there, and if it's low, it'll send 10 amps or whatever it needs up there. This is as long as you're plugged into shore power now. If the battery's topped off, it'll just trickle a couple amps up there to maintain it, that sort of thing. So it's a battery charger. You have to be plugged in, obviously. Now, when you're pulling the trailer down the road, your tow vehicle's alternator will send power through the charge line and keep your battery charged also. So those are two different ways to get your battery charged. Okay? Alrighty. Your refrigerator is 12 volt DC refrigerator. Okay. It's very simple to operate. You can see it's on right now. You got to hold the button for a few seconds to get it to respond. And then you have your minus and plus when it comes to your temperature. And then you have different modes, energy saving modes. You have your normal mode, and then of course that's the night mode where you use less energy. So you can save energy just by choosing the right mode. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Excuse me. This is your thermostat. You just poke the mode button to light it up. Then you're just going to keep scrolling through it, or poking through it anyway. It'll go to fan. Fan is just your air conditioner running without the compressor, just circulates air. Then it'll go to cool, which is air conditioning. If it gives you an option on fan speed, always choose auto. That's the best way to go. And after cool, it'll be furnace, which is your LP furnace. Okay. Let me look around. There's one thing here that oh, here it is. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector right here. Keep in mind, it should always be green. There's a pilot light in it, and it always should be green. If it goes off, you take everybody outside, leave the door open, shut the gas off at the front, figure out what's going on, okay? That detects carbon monoxide buildup and LP gas leak. Alrighty. Of course, your bunks. Alrighty. There's a hinge here, and this tilts up, and then you can access the back of your water heater from under there. That's how you select the position of your valves, whether it's in camping mode or in winter mode, okay? Alrighty, so let's see what else. This table, you can pull the poles out, drop the tabletop down onto these cleats here, use the cushions to fill in the space, and you have a bed there. This one is a jackknife. Yes, this couch jackknifes flat, so you got another bed. So you have the two bunks plus these two auxiliary beds here for, you know, friends and grandkids and friends of kids and whatever you have. So that gives you some more sleeping space. Now, when it comes to your sound, this plays AM/FM radio, right? It also has a USB port, so you could put all your convert your albums to MP3s and put them on a USB stick and take them with you. This one with the plug on it, the rubber cover, is a HDMI in. So let's say you wanted to go into the system, you have your TV hooked up, and you want to go into the system with a portable Blu-ray player or something, you can go right in there. It has Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly from your phone or tablet, that sort of thing. So it does everything. Plus it has two speaker zones, 1 and 2. Zone 1 is inside the trailer, zone 2 is outside the trailer. So it does everything you need. You have a backing plate here for a swing out bracket. If you're the best bracket to get if you're gonna do it yourself is one that's made for an RV. It'll usually have a wide plate, so you have a wide base to screw it into, and it'll lock into position when it's closed. The best, I mean, you can get them on Amazon for 80 to 100 bucks. They're a little bit more than you would get at just a regular store, but they're much better. They're sturdier and they're made for that. So the cheaper one will work also, but if you use the cheaper one, you're going to hang straps here because it doesn't lock into place. You have to put straps up, things like that. Okay. This is the digital signal booster here. This is where your TV hooks up to, the coaxial hooks up to. You can turn this LED on and off, right? The thing to keep in mind is it tells you whether your the pilot light on and off will tell you whether the signal booster is turned on and off. So if you're not getting if you're getting a lousy picture and you look back here and this is off, well, keep in mind that the reason it's not getting a good picture is because you got the signal booster turned off. Okay. Alrighty. So you can pull your bed up and there's storage underneath, of course. You have TV hookups in here. Same thing. This one you're going to want a bracket that folds out this way so you can watch it from bed. So keep that in mind. This is just telling us it's pre-wired for a solar panel. If you're interested in that. This is your emergency window. You just go like this, push it all the way through it, go all the way through with it. Then you grab a hold of this red tab, pull the screen out, and you can exit during an emergency. There's also one, I believe, in the bunk area, I believe. One or two of them. One of them. Yeah, the bottom one is the same type of window, so you can escape there also. Your blinds just pull up and down. You got sliding doors for the bedroom. Let's see what else we have here. I think I pretty much covered it. Let's look at what's in the bathroom here. Okay. I know the battery's getting low, so I'm not plugged in right now. I'm just running off a battery. Gunk there. Okay, so the shower and the sink work like any other sink and shower. Okay. The toilet is an RV toilet, so this sits directly over the black tank. The flush pedal's right here. That's a black tank. That's antifreeze coming out right now because it's winterized. So when you pull into the campground, hook up your power and your water, the black tank's going to be empty or dry. You can't use the toilet with the gray tank dry because if you do that, the smell will be super terrible. Plus, it'll get clogged up. So you always got to remember when you come in to put a dose of chemical right in the bowl, and then step on the pedal and hold it down till at least a gallon of water goes into the tank along with the chemical. Then it's all set. Let's say you're gonna stay at the campground another week, but you have to dump your black tank, right? So you dump the black tank, and it would be empty after that. So before you started using it again, you'd repeat the process: dose of chemical and at least a gallon of water, and you're all set. You can't use it dry. Okay. All right. Now let me look around. I think we've got it. Yes. Okay. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting your roof every 60 days. A few times this summer you want to go up there or have somebody look up there and make sure there's no cracking or separation where water can get in. That's at the sealant. Make sure there's no damage to the roofing material or the attachments from, let's say, low branches or road debris. Low branches are the most common, of course. Just keep after it. Odds are you won't have to do anything to it for a long time, but that's why you inspect it, just to make sure. Also, right now this is winterized, so the water's been purged from the system and it's replaced with antifreeze. The water heater is bypassed and empty right now. Always make sure you put water in the water heater tank before you turn it on in the springtime, okay? Thank you very much.